Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our live quiz for this week. I'm afraid it looks like it's just me today. Rob's been having some technical difficulties. You can see the code for the quiz on the screen. So just go to myquiz.org, enter that code, and you'll be connected to the quiz. In the meantime, while we're waiting for people to do that, I'll just go through a few housekeeping things. Well done everybody who joined us for the Scoutadelic Great Google Treasure Hunt on Saturday. That was awesome. So thank you to Mike from Scoutadelic for organising that. I think I've heard we actually finished first, so that was awesome. We'll just have to see where we come in the places once they factor in people who started after us and all that kind of thing. So yeah, that was cool. So we're not doing a usual challenge this week. We are doing a Disney mime along video challenge, which you should have had emails about, and we talked about on Thursday. So we're gonna put a video together with the audio from Hakuna Matata from The Lion King, and then we're going to put on top of that all of us miming along to it, which it should be a really cool video, and you guys came up with that, so we're hoping to see quite a lot of entries for that. So although this is, I guess, technically half term, that's why we're not doing the live challenge, we are still having our meeting as usual on Thursday, 7 o'clock on Zoom. Details will be emailed and will be on Discord and all the usual kind of stuff there. So make sure you're there for that. Any games you've got for that you want to run would be awesome. Or if you've got ideas for games that you're not quite happy to run, just send them through to us. Hopefully you've got our email addresses. If you've got any more ideas for live challenges and things we can do on Thursdays, and whether you want to run them or not, that would be awesome if you can email them to us. It says the quiz has finished already. That's strange. That's weird because I haven't started it yet. Did you definitely get the code right, Yoda? Let me just double check. Okay, you managed to get in then. That's cool. So it says we have 5 users on the quiz and 7 people watching the YouTube stream. So I'll give it a couple more minutes for everybody else to join. It sounds like Rob's still having technical difficulties because he hasn't quite managed to join yet, but yeah. Six users. Yeah, poor Rob. Cool. Now it says there's more people watching on YouTube and still only 6 people on the quiz. I probably should apologize in advance. Some of these should be pretty easy, but I've tried to have a bit of variety and a few more evil questions this time. Sorry if it's too difficult. I'm not brilliant at judging how evil I'm being ahead of time. Okay, so we're up to 7 users on the quiz. If you're just joining us, then the instructions are on the screen. You just need to go to myquiz.org and enter code 365915. Yeah, so I think we'll start shortly. As usual, don't pay attention to the time on my screen because YouTube is like delayed. So watch the quiz and the timings on your own screen. Yeah, and the general idea this time is there's a quote, and then there's a few different people who might have said it. That might be fictional characters. Some of them might be real world people. Yeah, and hopefully the range of people that might have said it is wide enough that there should be possible to tell. Right, I think we'll get started. So if we're all ready, let's go. Okay, so hopefully a fairly easy one to start off with. I should probably clarify that I haven't gone through and like double checked that none of the others have said this, but one person in particular is famous for having said it, so hopefully it's fairly clear. Yeah, everybody got that one. Well done. Okay, so I think the next one might be a little bit more tricky. I've seen this one posted a bit around Facebook with the coronavirus situation, so maybe it's come up in context enough to recognize it. Maybe some of you know the franchise and you know who said it anyway. Not bad going. Some people know their Lord of the Rings. But yeah, that one was a bit more difficult. Okay. Yeah. Oh, apparently that one was a little bit more evil. Okay, but 40% of you still got it. That's not bad. So what's the next one? Okay, this one might be a bit tricky. I'm starting to think I might have done overdone the evilness this time. I think that the 40% thing seems to be quite consistent somehow. Now, this one's been in pop culture quite a lot. I think I've seen memes of this, so hopefully this one is a bit more obvious. We'll see. A little bit more obvious, okay. It's still slightly evil. Okay, this one's a bit more famous. I think all of you have answered now, so I can probably drop a hint that it's not really in the usual mode of speaking for this character, which might be a little bit confusing. Okay, that one was really obvious though. Yes, definitely, Callum. Okay. Yeah, so this one might be a little less obvious. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not. I can't quite remember if that was from like the original Pokemon, the first Pokemon movie, or whether it was from Detective Pikachu. Or it could have been both, to be honest. Okay, this next one. So we got a few new franchises making an appearance here. Indiana Jones and Pirates of the Caribbean. Which one is it? Jack Sparrow, of course. Okay, so one of these franchises is famous for having something whose name is feared to be spoken. So hopefully that'll be a bit of a hint for this one. Okay. Not bad. And the last question. I think this one should be quite famous. So I'm not sure that it originated with the franchise. That's the answer here. A variation of it has been around in the real world for a lot longer, but yeah, it's made famous in one of these by one of these characters, which was, of course, Spider-Man. So that's all the questions. Just wait till we see the leaderboard. So well done, Zenith. Again, you seem to be quite good at all these quizzes. So yeah, definitely well done. Well done, Callum in second place, Rob in third place, Ellie, Theo, Stu, and Chazza, who I presume is Charles. I'm sure we've established that before. Yeah, like I said, some of those were quite evil. So yeah, definitely well done, everybody. Cool. Well, I guess I should say, does anybody have any questions on anything happening in the next week or so? I'll just give it a few minutes if anybody wants to post some of those. Stuart says, thanks, Charles. Is that for... I presume that's for adding a bit of buffer between Stuart and last place. Sorry, Stuart. Either evil or boring. Does that mean you think the evil questions are boring, or the non-evil questions are boring because they're too easy? I can see two interpretations of that. I guess I should turn off the thing that says join the quiz because it's cool. Okay. Well, I think on that note then, thanks everybody for joining us and for joining the quiz. Well done, everybody. even if you weren't first place, even if you were like seventh place, for one thing, you still did better than all the people who didn't turn up, and for another, it was an evil quiz, so you still did pretty well. So what I need to work on next time then, apparently, is questions that are mid-level challenging and not boring, but maybe just slightly evil. A little bit boring. Okay. And Suki on Discord says the evil questions are the most amusing. Maybe that's because you still get them right. Yeah. See, the trouble is, it's hard to tell what a mid-level question is because I know what the answer is when I'm setting it. So, I mean, Let It Go is always going to be an easy one. I thought the Yoda one, Do or Do Not, There Is No Try. I thought that was going to be a mid-level one, but you all got that like an easy one. So I should mention, if any of you guys want to, yes, that's a very good point, Callum. Yeah, and of course, because I'm not familiar with some of the franchises like Star Trek, there weren't any quotes come up from it. So it's because I find it even harder to tell how evil it is if I don't know about it myself. But yeah, So Stu, I was just going to say something along that kind of theme. So if anybody wants to come up with a quiz, or maybe send me some questions and I can put it into my quiz, or if you want to write it up into my quiz yourself, or join the stream one day and present it. And that goes for leaders and explorers as well. If you're up for doing that, then drop us an email or a message on Discord, because that would be awesome. Okay. So Zenith is saying a poll on which fandoms people have potentially. That could be a good thought. I think it was still probably run into the issue of, if I don't know the fandom myself, it's going to be quite difficult for me to. It's going to be even more difficult for me to judge how evil the questions are. But yeah, maybe we could do one where everybody submits one question or something. That could work, and then everybody's got at least one right answer. Yeah. Cool. Well, I think I've probably waffled on for long enough. So yeah, thanks again for joining us. Thanks for being awesome. And we will see you on Thursday, 7 o'clock on Zoom. Check your emails and stuff. And goodbye.